Get out of debt. Debt can be a dark cloud hanging over you. Struggling with money and debt has a negative impact on your life. It keeps you away from your financial goals. It can affect relationships, health and well-being. It keeps you tied to the grindstone, maybe stuck in a job you hate. We all know debt sucks. So let's look at some causes. One day everything is fine. You are paying bills and keeping on top without problems. Then bam. Money is suddenly a problem. Maybe you get laid off at work, or get a pay cut. Or you fall for the allure of easy credit. Maybe you couldn't resist that dress in the sale. Or the heating boiler breaks and there is a hefty bill. Or it's Christmas and you couldn't resist pester power from the kids. Maybe that new BMW had your name on it. I could go on. You get the idea. Or maybe you just slipped into debt without realizing it. Here's the thing about short-term debt. And we're talking here about store cards, credit cards, car loans, payday loans. They can soon lead to long-term bigger loans. So, avoid. But there is really no point in beating yourself up. Debt can happen to anybody. You need some grown-up strategies to free yourself. So here is a list of actionable strategies to beat debt. First of all, you need to make the decision to beat it. Make debt reduction your first financial priority. Visualize the day you are debt-free. How will it feel? Make sure you have all minimum payments covered. Set standing orders up with the bank. Stop making it worse, cut up and throw away the credit cards and the store cards. List of all your debts, except your mortgage, note the name of the creditor and the interest rate they are charging. Choose a debt-busting strategy. I will tell you about the snowball method and worst first soon. Spend less. Have a really good look at what you buy. Is it worth it? Do you need it? Wasting money weighs you down. Use savings to pay your debt. But keep an emergency fund in place. This is really important, if the interest rate on your savings is much less than you being charged by your creditors. Now let's look at what not to do. You could end up far worse off. Try to avoid credit repair companies, or debt consolidation companies, or loan sharks, or payday lenders. At best you may end up paying much more money for a longer time. At worst, you could have a big guy threatening you at your front door until you pay up. Do not consider bankruptcy as an easy option. It is not. Remember, always seek free advice first. Debt reduction is not easy, but it is well worth the effort. To help out, I've got a couple of useful methods of bringing down debt systematically. First of the two is the snowball method. This is really good if you struggle with motivation or discipline or want to see results fast. List all of your debts by loan amount going from smallest to largest, starting with number 1. Make sure you are paying the minimum amount each month for all debts. Target debt 1 first with any surplus money you have each month. When the debt 1 is paid off, give yourself a huge pat on the back. Target debt 2 with all surplus money, which should now be more because you no longer have debt 1. Once you pay off debt 2, target all your surplus to debt 3. Repeat until you are debt-free. The reason this is called the snowball method is that you are gradually increasing the amount of money you have available to target each debt. The debt reduction gains momentum. It becomes very rewarding and even exciting. You can enjoy your early successes and keep motivated. As an added bonus, as you reduce the number of creditors, you will find yourself less overwhelmed. The second debt reduction method is sometimes called the worst first method. This time, you list all of your debts by interest rate highest to lowest, starting with number 1. Make sure you are paying the minimum amount each month for all debts. Target debt 1 first with any surplus money you have each month. When debt 1 is paid off, it will be saving you a lot of interest payment in proportion to the loan. Repeat with the next highest interest rate loan, and so on, until you are debt-free. The worst first method gives you the biggest bang for the buck with savings on interest payments. It may not give you the quickest wins. Your biggest loan might also be the highest interest loan. This is my preferred method, but may not be yours. Try each one to see which suits you best. If you are struggling with debt or worried about debt, get support. Always take advantage of the free help out there first. It is often the best. In the UK, a great starting point would be the StepChange Debt Charity. There is also the National Debtline and Citizens Advice Bureau. In the USA, the Government Debt Advice website is useful. Wherever you are, just Google the term free debt counseling services in. Good luck. You can succeed and be debt-free. Visit moneyforgrownups.com for personal finance tips. It's time to take responsibility for your financial freedom.